The Titans did not have a third-round pick this year, so their third pick actually came in the fourth round, and that's where they took Cedric Gray out of North Carolina. This is one of my favorite picks in this year's draft class for the Titans, and I cannot wait to break this down. Stay tuned, guys. Hey, how we doing, everybody? Titan Uprising here. Thanks for tuning in. I've noticed the uptick in subscribers, and I finally got over the 400 mark, so I want to say thank you to the new subscribers, and thank you to the ones that have been with me since day one. Now, let's get into this pick, because I love this pick. I've mentioned it in the previous two videos. I couldn't wait to get to this guy because of how much it will really change the Titans' defense, how we were able to fill a huge void with the fourth-round pick. And let's get into it, guys. Now, Cedric Gray here. He is 21 years old. He's young. He's 6'3", 235 pounds. He has a ridiculous 78 3/8 inch wingspan, and he ran the 40 in 4.64 seconds. Now, last season at North Carolina, he amassed 121 total tackles, 4 passes defended, 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception, and a QB rating of 79 when targeted. That's insane. For a linebacker to hold that, he added in 21 total quarterback pressures, which included 9 QB hurries and 7 QB hits. This guy can do it all. He was a first-team All-ACC performer and a Butkus Award semifinalist, which, if you guys do not know, that is given to the nation's best linebacker. Now, this guy is big, but he can move. He's fast. He's lengthy with the wingspan. His strengths, though, are really pass rushing and coverage. He can sometimes miss tackles, and he can over-pursue, and he also needs to shore up his run defense. But like I said, this guy's strengths are getting after the quarterback and coverage. And I'll get into later in the video why I think the Titans are going this way with linebacker. Now, North Carolina also used him as a QB spy, which, today's NFL, quarterbacks, they're more mobile. They can, they're doing read options more. I mean, think about Lamar Jackson, how he killed the Titans in the playoffs single-handedly a few years back. Having a guy like this wouldn't have happened. That's a huge asset to have. He's rangy. He can play sideline to sideline. He's an every down linebacker in the NFL. And like I said, this just fills such a huge need for the Titans. There's a strong chance now that I think he wears the green dot his rookie year and becomes an instant leader on this defense. He even said in an interview that he sees himself as a leader, that he can lead a group of men, and that he can be the green dot guy. Now, Amani Hooker has come out and said that he wants to be the green dot guy as well. Now, I think it will be I'll be more impressed with Gray if he does end up with a green dot his rookie year, because, man, it just shows what I already think he's going to be, which is an every down linebacker and a leader. And I'm rooting for this guy. This guy has a knack for being around the ball. He amassed 365 tackles in the last 3 seasons at North Carolina. His first season, he didn't play much. I think he had 2 or 3 tackles. And then his sophomore season, he became the starter, and then he was a leader for 3 years at North Carolina. Now, there was a game against Virginia Tech where his eyes never left the quarterback, and he slowly dropped back into coverage and then just made a hell of an interception. This guy's a game changer. I did post a short video of that interception. That's one of the highlight reels that I posted. If you guys have not watched that, check that out, because this guy's a stud, and that interception's on that video. I want to say it's like probably 25 seconds into it. Now, what's this mean for the Titans, right? Well, like I said, it fills a huge hole on the defense that was left by Aziz leaving for the frickin' Houston Texans in free agency. Now, the Titans needed a linebacker in a bad way, and this really gives the Titans, like I've said before, previously, their 3-down linebacker. This guy can command the defense for at least the next 4 years, and that's important. This guy's a rookie, and like I said, I'm rooting for this guy to get the green dot, to be the leader, because if he can, I want this guy to be a leader for 4 years. You know, we don't have to worry about it. Have a linebacker for 4 years because recently the Titans have been churning through linebackers and we need some stability in the linebacker group. To get a guy like this in the 4th round is just insane. It's huge. I think Bleacher Report had him, and then PFF had him ranked around 6 or 7 overall for linebacker in this draft. So to get that guy in the 4th, that's huge, guys. It really is. Excuse me. It is obvious how the Titans are building this defense and the offense for that matter. Now, this is something I have not talked about yet, but from what I'm seeing on the outside looking in as a fan, right, it seems like the Titans are getting big on the line with J.C. Latham on the offensive line, Peter Skoronski beefed up. Now you take Sweat and then Day, and then you take Jeff Simmons on the defensive line. And the way the Titans seem like they're constructing this team, because you got to remember, guys, this is not the Vrabel Titans anymore. This is Kelly's Titans, okay? And how Rand and Kelly really want to build this team. Seems like they're getting big up front, and then they're having their playmakers on the outside, whether that's wide receivers or the corners. And then, you know, the middle, or the running backs are going to have guys that can do everything as far as pass or catching the ball in the backfield, running with the running backs, obviously. And then the linebackers, guys that can do everything. 3-down linebackers, they can rush the passer, they can drop back into coverage. And they won't have to be asked, probably not asked that much to be run stoppers. I think they want these guys to be more athletic, not really looking like a guy like Rashaan Evans that we had out of Alabama. You know, he was more or less, you know, towards the end of his stint here with the Titans, you really just put him in to stop the run. And he was a great run stopper. Don't get me wrong. He was great. But you're not going to ask him to go drop back in coverage. And you will ask Gray to do that, and he will do a good job. He can get interceptions, and he can rush the passer if he shores up the run game a little bit. But you have the big men up front eating up those blocks, get him through the hole, and, you know, he can get a guy in the backfield. You know, just he kind of struggled a little bit with getting up in linemen. And, you know, but hey, that's a mismatch anyway. These linemen are massive. And he's a big boy too, but, you know, you put a lineman, offensive lineman against a linebacker. I mean, unless you're a special linebacker, you're probably not going to win that very often. So the idea there is to get those linebackers through the gaps and then make the play in the backfield. And the Titans have just under 1,000 pounds. I think it's 970 on the defensive front. So get the lane in there for Gray to go in and make plays. And I love this pick. Man, Rand did a hell of a job with this draft. A lot of people are upset because we didn't get the sexy pick. But, you know, we're filling the holes that we had, and there was a lot of holes on this team. You know, I did see that Tyler Boyd is scheduled to meet with the Titans, and I hope we get him, because that just adds another wide receiver, because we don't know what to think of Burks yet. But I have his signed helmet over here, over my shoulder. So I'm rooting for you, Burks. Not just because of the helmet, just because I like you you seem like a good guy, and I want you to pan out. I really do. But guys, let me know what you think down below. Are you as excited for this pick as I am? Because as I said in the beginning of the video, this is one of my favorite picks in the draft. To get a guy of this caliber in the 4th round is huge. It's massive. Guys, let me know what you think down below. And as always, tighten up.